Detective Jameson stared at the case file, his mind reeling with questions. A symbol etched into the wall, a cryptic message left at the scene, and no leads. This wasn't just another case, it was a puzzle with no solution. The first victim was found in an abandoned warehouse. No signs of forced entry or struggle. The only clue was the symbol, a twisted mark that seemed to mock the detective. As Jameson dug deeper, he discovered a pattern. Each victim had one thing in common: a small, intricately carved symbol on their wrist, the same symbol found at the scene. But there was something off. The killer seemed to be always one step ahead, leaving behind no evidence, no witnesses. It was as if they were invisible. Jameson's team worked around the clock, following every lead, every tip. But the more they uncovered, the more questions they had. The symbol seemed to be a red herring, a distraction from the real motive. And then, the unexpected twist. A former cop, now a key suspect, walked into the station. "I'm here to confess," they said, a smug smile spreading across their face. But Jameson wasn't convinced. Something didn't add up. The suspect's alibi checked out, and their confession seemed almost irrehearsed. As Jameson pressed for more information, the suspect's smile grew wider. "You'll never catch the real killer," they said, their eyes glinting with malice. "They're too smart, too powerful." Jameson's gut told him the suspect was telling the truth. But what did it mean? The investigation was about to take a dark turn, and Jameson was running out of time. Subscribe to True Crime and Scene Net. Detective Jameson's eyes locked onto the suspect, his mind racing with possibilities. What did they mean by too smart, too powerful? Was it a boast or a warning? The suspect's smile grew wider, and they leaned in close. "You see, Detective, I'm not the one you're looking for. I'm just a pawn in a much larger game." Jameson's grip on his pen tightened. "What game?" he asked, his voice firm. The suspect chuckled. "You'll find out soon enough. But let me give you a hint. It's not just about the symbol or the murders. It's about the system that's supposed to protect us. But instead it protects them." Jameson's eyes narrowed. "Who's them?" he asked. The suspect's smile faltered for a moment, and Jameson saw a glimmer of fear in their eyes. "You don't want to know," they said, their voice barely above a whisper. "Trust me, you don't want to know." Jameson's phone buzzed, and he glanced at the screen. A text from an unknown number. "Don't trust anyone." His eyes snapped back to the suspect. "Who sent you here?" Jameson asked, his voice low. The suspect's smile returned, and they stood up. "I'm just a messenger," they said. "But you should be careful. You're getting close to the truth." As the suspect walked out of the interrogation room, Jameson felt a chill run down his spine. What truth was he getting close to? And who was behind the sinister symbol? Detective Jameson's eyes scanned the note, his mind racing with possibilities. What did it mean? What was he supposed to look again at? He quickly gathered his team and began to re-examine the evidence. They pored over the files, looking for anything that might have been missed. And then, it hit them. A small detail that had been overlooked. Each victim had a connection to the police department. One had a brother who was a cop. Another had a friend who worked in dispatch. And the third had been a witness in a police investigation. Jameson's eyes widened as he realized the significance. The killer wasn't just targeting random victims. They were targeting people connected to the police. But why? As Jameson dug deeper, he discovered a shocking revelation. The symbol was not just a random mark. It was a badge number. A badge number that belonged to a former cop who had been killed in the line of duty. Jameson's mind reeled as he realized the truth. The killer was not just any killer. They were a cop, or someone who had been pretending to be a cop. The stakes just got higher. Jameson's team was racing against time to uncover the killer's identity before they struck again. Detective Jameson's eyes locked onto the clock, his mind racing with anticipation. Midnight was hours away, but he couldn't shake off the feeling that his life was about to change forever. As he arrived at the old warehouse, he noticed a figure waiting in the shadows. "Who are the people?" Jameson asked, his voice low. The figure stepped forward, revealing a woman with piercing green eyes. "I'm someone who knows the truth," she said. "The symbol is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a conspiracy within the police department, and it's been covered up for years." Jameson's grip on his gun tightened. "What kind of conspiracy?" he asked. The woman hesitated, glancing around nervously. "It involves corruption, bribery, and worse. The symbol is a warning sign. A warning to those who are getting too close to the truth." Jameson's mind reeled as he processed the information. This was bigger than he had ever imagined. Suddenly, the woman's eyes widened in fear. "We have to get out of here," she whispered. "They're coming for us." As Jameson turned to leave, he heard the sound of footsteps. The woman grabbed his arm, pulling him into the shadows. Detective Jameson's eyes locked onto the badge on the woman's uniform, his mind racing with questions. Who was she? Was she a part of the conspiracy? Or was she trying to help him? The woman's grip on his arm tightened as they moved through the shadows, avoiding the tactical team. "We have to get out of here," she whispered. "They'll stop at nothing to keep the truth hidden." Jameson's instincts told him to trust her, but his training told him to be cautious. "Who are you?" he asked, his voice low. The woman hesitated, glancing around nervously. "My name is Agent Thompson," she said. "I'm with Internal Affairs. I've been investigating the conspiracy for months." Jameson's eyes narrowed. "Why didn't you come forward sooner?" he asked. Agent Thompson's expression turned grim. "I was waiting for the right moment," she said, "but now that you're involved, we have to move fast. The conspiracy goes all the way to the top." As they reached the exit, Jameson's phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. "You're running out of time." Detective Jameson's eyes locked onto the black SUV, his mind racing with possibilities. Were they being followed by the conspirators? Or was it a legitimate law enforcement agency? Agent Thompson's grip on the steering wheel tightened. "I'll lose them," she said, expertly maneuvering the car through the crowded streets. Jameson's phone buzzed again. A text from the same unknown number. "You can't escape the truth." The SUV swerved, attempting to block their path. Agent Thompson floored it, narrowly avoiding a collision. As they sped through the city, Jameson's thoughts turned to the case. What was the connection between the symbol, the badge number, and the conspiracy? Suddenly, Agent Thompson slammed on the brakes. "We're here," she said, gesturing to a nondescript building. Jameson followed her inside, finding himself in a high-tech command center. "This is our safe house," Agent Thompson explained. "We'll plan our next move here." But as Jameson looked around, he noticed something odd. The equipment, the layout, it seemed too sophisticated for a standard safe house. As Jameson's eyes met Agent Thompson's, he saw a flicker of uncertainty. "Who are you, really?" he asked, his voice low. Agent Thompson's expression turned cold. "I'm someone who's been playing both sides," she said, "and I'm not sure if I'm here to help you or hurt you." Jameson's instinct screamed warning. Was he walking into a trap? The truth was about to get a lot more complicated.